So it's going to be...
Hagrid.
No, it's going to be one that matches my sister.
You are a wizard, Harry.
No. Yeah, but would you ever consider it?
I had considered tattoo, and it was similar. It was like an Arsenal cannon. But I'll be honest with you, I've got freckles all over me. I've got freckles all up my arm, up my shoulders, and I just feel like they're basically tattoos anyway. So, and I'll never.
Just everyone look out for everyone because we need to stop this fucking virus, basically.
I'm fed up with people wearing a mask to warm their fucking chin. Like,
anyway,
it's not for your chin.
Calm down. And
Alright,
they say,
do a socially distant group.
it's obviously, yeah, of course it is.
Alright, 2
Absolutely.
meters, yeah.
2 meters. Everyone's got their mask on, covering their noses, covering their mouth, like nothing.
No chin warmers.
Yeah, exactly. And
Wear your fucking mask. And welcome to another
chat all about it.
podcast.
Oh,
And this episode, this is basically going to be an example of the feedback that we get. And the feedback that we have been receiving is that some people feel like we should give a bit more of an introduction about ourselves, about us, people that may not know us. This is the perfect
Yeah,
episode.
'cause they're just hearing these stories and they
Yeah,
don't
just
really know the
hearing these
people.
dodgy stories.
They're not all dodgy.
Well, they're
Some are
questionable.
Some are dodgy.
I'll start off.
Go on, mate.
I'll start off. I'm a man of many curries. No.
Oh, we've been there. Bloody
No,
hell.
we've been there. So I'm basically a person that very much likes publishing media. I actually did media studies with Sam in college. I've always had a passion for filmmaking, photography, and I guess what I've just actually come out of is streaming. And what that is, it's like where you film yourself live playing. I was playing several games, so like FIFA, for example, and I got some really good feedback from that. I stopped doing it because it's so time consuming. I have a full-time job, so it's very difficult to sort of carry them both. So this podcast, the reason is why I'm doing it is because it is now giving me an opportunity to produce something, which I feel like in certain episodes we do actually push out quite a positive message.
I think that's ultimately what we want to do.
That's exactly why we started the podcast, because we, I guess we have went through certain troubles in our lives, certain battles, and we've come through it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it would be great to benefit someone else with a positive message.
Definitely.
If and when they need it. And it's not just about being serious or looking at mental health, but it's looking at just actually doing something nice. And it's like, it is enjoyable. It's enjoyable what we're doing now is actually quite fun to just sit down in a room, have a chat, whether it's about a story or about something we've watched.
Well, sometimes we don't even know. Like, we literally put the camera on
And press record.
and that's it.
And bish bash bosh.
Exactly.
And,
It's very, very real, mate.
So yeah, how about you, Sam? What would you, if you want to give yourself an introduction?
So I'm also a man, but similar to what you said. But
Can I check?
No.
No. Off camera. That's it.
Wow. No, but I mean, I have taken obviously with the media studies, I didn't necessarily take that route initially. I wouldn't say producing content was something it's something I always like the look of. But I didn't really know how to do it. And then I kind of took inspiration, I've said in another pod, from you doing the Twitch streams, and kind of gained my own audience. I had about just under 200 followers, which is very nice. And similar to Jack, was doing the old FIFA gaming, interacting with people, and did have very positive feedback. The reason why I stopped that, I don't know if you know the reason I stopped, was because on the internet you can get people who just want to be horrible for the sake of being horrible. And these are even people who were regular followers of mine, would just be abusing. They wouldn't abuse me, but they'd abuse other people in the chat and in the headset and things like that.
Essentially, as you can imagine, it turns quite toxic. That sort of environment that you've started it for a good nice positive place to go to, and then
Yeah, well, I mean, ultimately, like I wanted to
feedback
stream
is awesome.
because it was something that I enjoyed, and even if I got zero viewers, I was enjoying doing it because I could be myself. I was pretty good at the game, and I thought, if someone comes along and wants to watch it, happy days. And people did. I've got a little bit of following, and people messaging me on social media. Oh, when are you going to stream? When are you going to do this? And it made me feel quite good. And I like to make people feel good about themselves, and I also like to help other people, which kind of goes into the job that I do. I'm not going to go into detail about that, but effectively providing, it's going to sound a bit weird, providing a service for people that they need. So that sounds a bit weird. So I work in like fine jewellery and diamonds. So finding people their engagement ring, their wedding ring, and for an amazing occasion, I like to be part of that story. And I've done that in previous jobs where I've worked in like baby wear and helping them with things for their babies and their pushchairs. So ultimately, I'm just a lovely person, man. I just like helping people. But obviously, as you said, us two, we've had our own struggles, and we've been there to help each other. And I think that because we're comfortable talking about that to each other, maybe someone who isn't too comfortable talking about that and potentially having the same struggles that we had, they might take comfort in listening to us and how we've kind of dealt with that. So just spreading positivity.
Yes. I've always found it quite even good for myself to talk. I mean, whether it's being recorded or not, I'm speaking to you, and we have these really sort of nice positive conversations. I guess I haven't told you that before, but it's actually really nice to speak to someone about something that's happened either to me or yourself, and walk away feeling good and actually feeling like that situation that I did go through was bad, but there's so many things I've learned through that which has made it a nice experience overall. Definitely. Like even I know this is like a really silly example, but even like this podcast, like the first few episodes, I think it was the first 3 episodes, the gain on the microphones were far too high.
Yeah.
And it killed me because I thought, really, I'm better than that. I can produce something better than that. So that is a positive because I had to put all the gain all the way up to realise, actually, I need to edit this, I need to change this, I need to make an intro, I need to make trailers, I need to do this, we need to branch out socially. And that is just one example. If you look at, for example, my jobs, which my first ever job, I worked as a telesales. I worked as a telesales, so I was on the phone calling about 400 to 500 people a day trying to sell solar panels. And some people would laugh at that or look down at that, but you have no idea how much sort of social skills you learn in that job. And don't get me wrong, I wouldn't have wanted that job for years, but being in that job for the amount of time I learned a lot about how to deal with very angry people, how to even turn that whole situation around and sort of be like best mates.
Well, it's even like a situation I told you I had today where I had a customer and all I did was ask them, how can I help you? And they instantly just said, fuck you. And I'm and if I was like a previous version of myself where maybe wasn't not a positive space, it would have really got to me. And I sent you a message. I was like, well, this is really nice. Just having a laugh about it because ultimately that person didn't want to be helped, or maybe they just came on to came to speak to me because they either didn't have a very good day or just thought it was funny to abuse a random person. But I think ultimately you can't let things like that affect you, and we've been in like I said, situations where maybe we've not been in the place we are now, like really kind of positive and happy. And we've been there for each other to, even if you've thought to yourself, oh, Sam's in a bit of a mess. Regardless, you've been like, yeah, you can do it, mate. Like, maybe it is. I don't want to say false hope, but showing that belief in me. Like, if someone's got that belief in me, then why don't I have that in myself? And I think this is where the podcast has come from, because we've we've wanted to do it for a
We
while.
suggested it, didn't we? We suggested it. I mean, there were certain conversations I'd be like, this is just so sort of perfect for a podcast because it's the format of the conversation and sort of the personalities that I feel like we both have. You know, is sort of endearing to an audience because you're talking to you know, each other. And certain stories just come across so entertaining, even just to myself. You know, that might come across as though I'm full of myself, but I wouldn't say that. I watch films, I watch TV programs in a way where I'm looking at it artistically rather than a consumer. I'm actually looking at, that's a really interesting camera angle they've used there, or that's really interesting sound they've used at that specific time to put you in that sort of, put the audience in that environment at the time. You know, anything you watch on Netflix now is so immersive, whether it's a documentary or a film or a TV series, it puts you right in the centre of something, and it all probably comes down to our generation. I feel like we have such a lack of focus. Like you watch like a Logan Paul vlog. I don't know if you do watch a Logan Paul vlog, but every shot is about 3 seconds. And it's so sort of fast paced. I love it, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love it. And I know the podcast is completely different to that, but this is a format I'm a big fan of. I listen to a few podcasts, and that's why essentially we have started this podcast.
I think as well, like going from what you said, the whole production side and editing side, as you know, isn't necessarily something I'm overly interested in. But I feel like a lot of the things that we talk about, unfortunately, have been at my expense. At the moment, and you know, I'm more than happy to do that and kind of provide that entertainment factor and maybe be the ideas person or doing social media or anything like that. There's a very even balance, and I think that we respect kind of each other's strengths, and then because we know each other so well, I think that the way that, like, just having a conversation, even stories that we've told each other 5, 6, 7 times over, they're just like they're so funny, and you know, I think that if they make us feel good, then why can't they make other people feel good?
Yeah.
So you know, that's kind of the reason why we're doing it, I think.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we're in the stage now of, I think this would probably be our 10 plus episode, and it's interesting to see the feedback that we're getting already. As I say, people would like to know a bit more about us. Interaction is so key with me. I really, really appreciate anyone leaving a like or a comment, and it's good to actually hear some sort of feedback. So yeah, if there's anything else you'd like to know about me and Sam, let us know.
More than happy to chat about it, really. That sounds so bad, but glad to get that in there. But yeah, like, honestly, like, any suggestions for anything you want us to talk about, whether it's about us or anything topical, or you want to know more about us, more than happy to talk about it. Because at the end of the day, we are here to obviously just have a chat, but we want to entertain people as well. Like I feel like we're born entertainers.
Oh,
definitely.
Yes.
And I feel like we're getting the swing of this podcast thing. Like and something that we have mentioned, I'm sure you won't mind me mentioning it on the podcast, is what we want to see is the progression of this podcast, whether that is the production value or the quality of our conversation or the viewers or anything like that. We want this podcast to get better all the time, and that is only going to get better through feedback from people. So, like we said, feel free to let us know what you want to see. Maybe something that you didn't like, something that you're unsure about, because constructive criticism and obviously compliments is what's going to make this podcast even better.
Yeah, so I struggle talking about myself for too much, so I'm going to change. I'm going to reload the gun.
Reload the
conversation.
That was dodgy, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. So Sam, I'm going to ask you a question.
Ask away.
What has been your sort of latest TV show that you've been into lately? Is there any sort of series that you've been watching or film that you go, wow? Wow.
Do you know, this is going to make me sound really sick, not well in the head, but I actually really enjoy watching and it'd be something that I feel like we can discuss. The it sounds so bad, like the missing people and murder documentaries. Not because I mean, like, I want to do that. I think because it's so interesting. It's so interesting to find out how these things happen and how people kind of hide, like, their lives. Like we spoke about the American murder one. He was living a different life and killed his family. Like, I just think, like, it's mental.
I feel like the sort of environment that we're in such a false sense of reality when you see something like that, because you go, wow, that's even possible. How is that even possible that a person would kill their family?
To even have that thought.
Yeah, it's
and then, like, to think it and to do it are two completely different things.
Yeah.
And it's just really, like, I say I enjoy it. I use that term very loosely. Like, I find that sort of content interesting just to find out, again, like, the mental state people are in.
It's entertaining because it's a shock value, isn't it? It's like, I cannot believe that's happened.
Can't believe it's happening. And sometimes, I mean, I'm not ashamed to say it. Sometimes I watch these, maybe not the one that we just mentioned, and we've done a pod on previously. Sometimes I watch these documentaries or series, and I have to, like, look around the corner to, like, make sure no one's there. Like,
wow.
And only because, like, it genuinely, like, it does freak you out. Like, it's not the sort of thing where, when I was younger, this is something people probably only my family know. I'm a big fan of Harry Potter. When I was younger, I had nightmares about Harry Potter. like
well, that who shall not be.
Yeah, that geezer. We won't mention his name in case he comes in and I have to look around the corner every time. But, like,
I wand out.
I actually have a wand.
Yeah, so do I.
Well, there we go. Whose have you got?
Whose wand have I got?
Yeah.
It's mine.
You got your own one?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I got one bought for me, and it's Harry Potter. I wanted Ron, but, you know. Anyway, but I had nightmares about Harry Potter, and I used to have these dreams, like, all nightmares. I had this Harry Potter game, and I used to scream, "Oh my God, he's gonna get me! I need to go to the gate." And my parents were like, "What are you on about? Like, what gate are you talking about?"
That is quite shocking.
It's pathetic. But no, I love Harry Potter.
We're gonna change subjects, but I just before we do, I actually had someone in my school called Harry Potter. Mental, innit?
Actually, his name is Harry Potter.
Yeah, and James Bond.
James
Bond.
Bond.
A messed up school when you think about it. When you've got people named like that.
It's a bit pathetic, really.
Pathetic. So yeah, you are you thinking about getting any more tattoos?
I do want more tattoos, but for me, it's a sort of thing. So this first tattoo, right? I don't know if people can see I've only got two, but I only want to get tattoos. No, not dots. I want to get more. I only want to get tattoos of things that are really, really meaningful to me. Like, I'm not one of these people who go to a tattoo shop and just get someone get a camel tattooed on their toe. Like, that happens.
I love how that's your go-to tattoo
for
everyone.
No, because that's, like, people do stupid things like that, or get, like, SpongeBob tattooed on me or something. I've seen people do it. Like, it's ridiculous. So the first tattoo I've got is one for my grandpa.
So the next one's gonna be Harry Potter.
I actually want to get a Harry Potter tattoo.
On your head?
I'm not going to get a scar on, no.
A scar on your head?
I'm not going to get one, but it's just because it is, like, my favourite film.
You're actually going to get a Harry Potter tattoo?
Possibly.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, but it's not, like...
What though?
So it's going to be...
Hagrid?
No, it's going to be one that matches my sister.
You are a wizard, Harry.
No. My sister's got one, which is just on her elbow there. I only want to get on my forearm.
Just Harry Potter tattoos. Why did you let me do that? Sorry.
Apologise.
Sorry.
I want to get that. Like, I ultimately want to get, like, half my arm done, but I don't know what I want to get. And I've got the Arsenal one recently, which I think is pretty cool, but other people probably think, "What the hell is that?"
Yeah.
But you're looking at it like...
No, I'm just giving it a good eye.
Go on, what's your thoughts on the old ink?
Go on. Do you want my honest opinion on your tattoo?
Do you hate it?
No. If we show it here.
Go on.
So, I feel like it would have looked nicer without the sort of skin effect.
Do you think?
Because it looks like it's coming out the skin.
See, that was the point.
Yeah, I know what you mean. If you cut me, I'll bleed Arsenal sort of thing.
Effectively,
that's essentially what it is.
I had a look at the design just being a cannon, and it just looked like...
Yeah, so Sam's tattoo, for the audio listeners, it's basically sort of like is sort of like coming out of the skin. So there's like,
Yeah, it's like
that's what it's supposed to look like. Sort of like a 3D.
It's it's a rip skin effect where it's supposed to be
of a cannon.
Of the Arsenal
out of the
cannon,
skin.
and then there's like red bits, which is my innards. Which that sounds disgusting, but like or blood, like basically of the rip. And you know, for me, like I said, like I wouldn't get a tattoo. I wouldn't do anything for anybody else. Obviously, I'd just get it because it's something that means a lot to me. And if for whatever reason, when I'm older and I think Arsenal a bit crap, I can't change teams. Like I literally can't, because I mean, I don't know how much laser surgery is, but I don't really want to be getting that. Spent enough money on the tattoo, so yeah. But would you ever consider it?
I had considered tattoo, and it was similar. It was like an Arsenal cannon. But I'll be honest with you, I've got freckles all over me. I've got freckles all up my arm, up my shoulders, and I just feel like they're basically tattoos anyway. So, and I've never really.
I've never heard that before.
Well, I've never really like.
So
I guess there's another element of it. I don't really like the look of tattoos on top of freckles as well.
Sorry. So
'cause that just looks like a shit show. It looks too busy.
Say for example,
It's all like draw the dot gone wrong.
Say for example, we're in a group. Now everyone's got tattoos, and they say
it's a socially distanced group.
it's obviously of course it is.
Right, 2
Absolutely,
meters, yeah.
2 meters. Everyone's got their mask on, covering their noses, covering their mouth, like nothing.
No chin warmers.
Yeah, exactly. And
Wear your fucking mask.
what he said. God. I did not expect
We're in
that.
a group of 6 people, yeah.
A group of 6 people. We're socially distant.
I'm really passionate about it. I'm really sorry.
I can't believe.
I'm really sorry.
I can't believe you did that.
I'm so angry. I'm fed up with people wearing a mask to warm their fucking chin. Like,
Anyway,
it's not for your chin.
calm down. You okay?
Yes.
Right, you're calm. So we're in a group and everyone's got tattoos and they say, Jack, show us yours. You'll be like, I've got all of these and all your freckles. Is that what you would do? Be like, I've got that one, I'm absolutely covered.
Well, I'd say some geezer come up to me and go, oh, yeah, I've got a sleeve on. I go, yeah, I've got 2.
Oh, shut up.
Well, no,
You need to get a life.
No, I wouldn't actually say. No, I wouldn't actually say my freckles are tattoos, but I'd say that, like, that I basically have something covering my skin in any way, which is freckles. So, I just can't be arsed.
I can't go over you've just addressed our audience in that way.
What? Yeah, no, but honestly, serious message. Wear your mask. I don't want.
That is important. It is honestly important to, we've got to. I've said in previous pods, just look out for, like, obviously you want to protect yourself, but just everyone look out for everyone because we need to stop this fucking virus, basically.
I mean, I've just got to the point where I'm fed up now. No one wants you. No one wants you, COVID.
It's ridiculous.
Right?
It's honestly.
Get to what you're so done now. You've had
your old news, like, just get in the bin.
I know it sounds silly, but I've really just got fed up.
I've had enough. I've had enough of it.
And seeing people walking around thinking that they're better than everyone and they're just masks down, I can't have it.
I'd love to see you in the street with someone.
You know what?
Put your mask on.
I actually really want to have like a part-time job as like a mask police.
The mask police.
Oh, I'd love it. Just to go £1,000 fine, please.
Honestly, so when I'm on the train, literally, so many people don't have masks on, and they say if you're on the platform or on the train without a mask, there'll be a fine. Where the fuck are these fines coming from?
Where's the fine?
Like it's ridiculous because
Oprah Winfrey should just be on the train
mate.
going, you have a fine and you have a fine, because there's so many
Oprah
people I've
Winfrey.
seen. Well, when she's like, you have a car,
I know
you
what
get
you
a
mean.
car and all that nonsense. No, it's not on, and I'm here to tell you.
So basically,
That's
anyone who isn't happy with people not wearing their mask, play that clip of Jack, wear your fucking mask, and it will scare them. They'll be fine.
No, it's
Be like, this is the mask, please.
You know what it is actually? That outburst is actually me not saying anything to the people that aren't wearing the mask.
Building it up.
It's a built-up sort of tension, and I had to release it. And sorry that it's sort of
It's been released, but if anyone wants to just clip that one bit
there
and just
play it
as a ringtone,
feel free.
Imagine a ringtone.
Well, no, just feel free to just go up to someone. You don't even have to say anything to them. Just play that 3-second clip, put it right in their face, their maskless face,
But don't get
And
too
they'll-
close.
And they'll, oh yeah, make sure it's social
Keep a distance.
And they might get the message.
I mean, on that lovely
I couldn't
note-
do it because that would be really weird if I did it. The video
Well,
of
no,
me.
because surely you should just say it yourself.
Yes, I know, but at the same time, it's like, how can you judge me for being weird? You're not wearing a mask. GG, well played. Get out.
I think we're going to end it there, mate, because
Yeah.
you're getting very passionate about this, and it's great. But, you know, we are supposed to be a PG podcast, and we've been effing all over the place.
This episode's definitely not PG at all.
Absolutely not. But
No parental guidance.
no parental guidance. I mean, there will be a warning. Just there is a warning on our podcast, just in case the old curse word slips out. But anyway, if you do want to share this podcast and let people know that they have to wear their masks, feel free to share, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Just let us know if you're wearing your masks and what you think about people who don't. Because Jack clearly has very strong opinions on it.
I do. Thank you very much for getting to know us. I'm going to say be lucky.
And we'll see you when you're older.